This is Louise for MMA Crazy, and I'm here with McKee. Now, your first time in London, so tell me how you're finding it.
I love it, man. It's not even like I'm here on business. It's like vacation for me. I'm just getting out and about. So Center London's the popping spot, of course. It's the shopping, the bars, the pubs, everything. They got everything there. So that's been my little hangout spot. I'll catch the train down there and then come back at the end of the night.
So what have you seen so far? Where have you been?
The London Bridge.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay.
And all your shopping stores.
Okay, nice.
I went to, honestly, I don't even know the places I go. I just go. You just go, you know? Just flow with the ocean. Take it where it takes you.
Nice. So talk a little bit about why you're here. We've got Bellator 179 coming up.
I'm here for Kimbo Slice Jr. Baby Slice is fighting. This will be his second professional fight. His first fight, it was great for a first fight. You know, he went out there and did a lot more than we expected, a lot more than a lot of people had expected. Just had one little thing. He got tired and ended up getting caught, but it was kind of an eye opener for him just to take the training serious. You know, he used to slack and he wasn't one to like really love to work hard, but now, you know, he's seeing like, if this is gonna be my life, this is gonna be my job, you know, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. I gotta put 110 in. So now he's grinding, and this camp went great. So I'm looking forward to him putting on a great show.
And his father was supposed to fight last time Bellator came to London as well. So have you kind of picked up on any kind of anything that's extra special for him maybe this time?
Actually, I didn't even know that. I'm probably gonna ask him about that and see if he knows. You know, that'd probably add some more fuel to his fire.
So, you know, you're known for having not known for, but you have a feud going with James Gallagher.
It's not a feud. It's like a big brother, little brother situation, you know? And the little brother's mad, so the big brother's gonna keep doing this. So that's all I'm doing is this now, you know?
And talk about this story that he said about that you were trashing your teammate. You said that you could beat Conor McGregor. Is that accurate, what he said?
That was correct, yes. I definitely said I'll whoop Conor McGregor's ass. I told him I'll whoop his ass and then Conor McGregor's ass next. And that still goes, that offer is still open, you know? So if you want to be the best, you got to compare yourself to the best, and that's the best right now. So that's where I feel I am, and that's where I feel I am above. So just as far as training, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, you know. He slid in my DM like a girl. That's why I call him Princess Jasmine. He there called me a pussy, but our first original altercation happened when he was fighting Anthony, and he pushed Anthony or something. I don't know what happened. And I came up, and he was like, "You're next too, pussy." And I said, "Remember those words. You'll regret those." So that he didn't like, and he continues to go on and on about how I'm a pussy and all this. But yet all I've ever said is sign the contract, James. So I'm waiting for him to sign that contract, and then I'm gonna put him in that cage, and there's nowhere for him to run. You know, I'm gonna literally beat that ass. So it'll be fun.
And he took a fight against Machida. He's fighting in New York in June. Were you surprised that he took that fight?
And I'm the pussy, you know? And I'm the pussy. Yet I scheduled a fight after that. So, I was surprised he took that fight, you know? Especially if you're going to go on national television and call someone a pussy. If I do that as a businessman, well, first off, I wouldn't do that as a businessman. But I would ask Bellator, hey, I don't want to fight him. Can I get this fight? Like, this is a fight I really need to have. Why? Because he feels it's personal, but for me, it's not personal. It's just business, you know? I'm going to go in there and do my job, and that's dismantle that person.
How do you see that fight going down between him and Machida?
I feel it's a tough fight for him. Why? Because he hasn't really faced anybody with jiu-jitsu skills, and Machida, he's got jiu-jitsu base, you know. Even if he doesn't have great jiu-jitsu, he's been in the game enough to have jiu-jitsu awareness. So I don't feel his submissions are going to work against him in that fight. They may work, but he'll have the awareness, you know. So on the feet, if he gets in trouble and tries to take him to the ground, I don't feel he's going to have too much leeway like he normally does, you know. I feel normally the guys he fights have no ground game, and that's why as soon as he gets him to the ground, he finishes him. So
do you think he's avoiding a fight with you?
I don't think I know. I mean, you call somebody a pussy and say you're next, and then you go and fight somebody else. Who's really the pussy there, you know? So for me, it's fun and games, you know. I'm willing to take the step backwards to fight him. I'm willing to step down from all the bigger fights and title contention fights where my eye is really on. But hey, that's something. I wouldn't say it's personal, but it is personal, you know. It's personal, just man to man. If a man calls you, that's like if a girl calls you a bitch, you know, you're gonna be like, what? Like, oh, let's do this right now, you know. So that's just where it's at, you know. That fight has to happen for me. Even if he loses, like it doesn't make sense for me to take the fight, even if he does lose. But for me, it has to happen.
So you think it could possibly, well, you know?
No, it has to. That fight has to happen. It will happen sooner or later. He can run, but he can't hide. I told him before, I said, you're a dog barking up a tree while a lion's climbing it. So that's what the saying is. He's trying to bark up a tree, and the lion's got his hooks clawed into that tree, and he's climbing it.
So what's next for you then? Because obviously you're coming off a really impressive head kick KO. So, you know, what's next for you? Have you got anything lined up?
No, not at the moment. This is just vacation for me right now. I'm enjoying vacation. I'm gonna get back to the States and then get back to training and getting on that grind. So I know I've got all of May, or what month are we in? May. Yeah, May. So I've just got the rest of May to just kick it, and then you got June, July to train, and then hopefully July I'll get a fight scheduled and then be fighting sometime in August, and then yeah, it's back to the grind time, you know. Gotta put in that work. It was nice to see what being 100% serious, the results of that is, you know. So that was the result of the last fight. I was kind of getting bored with the other fights before, and it's nice to get back to business.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll see that fight against you and James in August then.
Don't blink, because you will miss it, just like the last one.
How do you think it would go down if it did go down in August?
I'm gonna torture him. I'm gonna put him in submissions and let go of him and drop him. Hopefully, if I drop him, I don't knock him out on accident, and just keep torturing him. You know, like I said, that big brother doing this to the little brother. So I'm gonna just continue to do that.
We look forward to seeing that. Hopefully, thank you for talking to us. Enjoy your time in London.